Well, with the new year also comes some new laws. While many of Kentucky's new laws went into effect back in July, in Ohio the date is today, January 1st. Walter Smith-Randolph joins us now with what you need to know. Walter, some interesting laws you're talking about tonight.
Yes, very interesting, Kyle. Ohio will see wage hikes for both minimum wage workers and lawmakers. There are also new laws for schools, including requiring schools to notify parents when students don't show up. And Ohio is also going retro, requiring schools to teach cursive.
And the Cajun jambalaya pasta.
In the new year, 19 states are giving minimum wage workers a boost. Ohio is one of them. The rate will go up 25 cents from $8.30 an hour to $8.55 an hour. Those who receive tips will get a 15-cent boost from $4.15 an hour to $4.30 an hour. Schools are getting new rules too. A new law requires students to know how to write in cursive by the end of the 5th grade. A welcome move from believers of the lost art.
It helps us to reinforce the information. So the data that comes through the eye to the brain to the hands, it's being reinforced when we have a physical motion to tie it all together.
Schools are now required to contact parents within 2 hours if a student doesn't show up. It's called the Alianna Defreeze law, named after the 14-year-old Cleveland girl who was murdered. Defreeze's school never notified her parents she didn't show up to school. Flashers are now considered sex offenders, meaning people convicted of exposing themselves will have tougher penalties and be required to register as Tier 1 sex offenders.
You don't want a person like that running around because you never know what he could do to himself or other people.
In Columbus, lawmakers gave themselves a raise. Governor Kasich vetoed the raises, but lawmakers overrode that rejection. Ohio legislators will get a 4% raise in 2019 and 2020 and a 3% raise in 2021.
Everybody yells at you, run government like a business. Well, businesses do give raises. And you look at Cincinnati public school teachers, they've gotten 5 or 6 raises in the past 11 years. You want good people, you have to be paying something that makes it worthwhile.
In Kentucky and Indiana, new laws have been in effect since July because of the way the legislature is set up. In Indiana, eyeball tattoos have been outlawed, and the Hoosier State has a new state insect, the Say's firefly. In Kentucky, teen marriage has been outlawed, and there is now an abstinence education requirement. So, Kyle, no eyeball tattoos. None for you.
My people in the Hoosier State, folks, we're doing it right over there. Thank you so much, Walter.